Triathlon requires a lot of kit, and with that, it means a lot of maintenance. And that's before we even start on ourselves. But over the years, I've learned a number of ways to make that maintenance just a little bit quicker, easier, and sometimes cheaper. So here are my top 7 maintenance hacks. These little wipes can gently clean a baby, yet somehow they can make a bike look like new again. It blows my mind. So much so that I now travel with a pack everywhere I go now with my bike. But I'm not suggesting you always clean your bike with baby wipes or antibacterial wipes, but they do a remarkable job of getting your bike looking sparkly and clean within seconds without having to hose your bike down or fill up a bucket and drench your bike. I am always buying electrical tape. I'm not totally sure where it all goes, but I clearly use a lot of it on my triathlon maintenance. You can mark up your saddle height in case you need to remove the seat post when you travel. Refix your bar tape if it comes loose. And even stop your valves from rattling. Just apply a strip around the valve by pushing it down onto the valve so that it punches through. Then stick the rest of the tape to the rim so the valve is secure. Cable ties or zip ties are another item I've always got in my kit bag, and they've saved me a number of times over the years. It's actually amazing how many things they can fix. I've heard of people using them to fix helmets, to fix bike computer mounts, to attach spares to their bikes, and even to work in the place of bolts. But personally, I used to use them all the time to attach a standard bottle cage and bottle between my aero bars. That way, I can just pick up a standard bottle from one of the aid stations and replace my previous bottle. Now, I do understand there are brands that make well-designed versions of this, but this is quite a nice, cheap, and fairly reliable alternative. Another place that I used to use these cable ties for was on my saddle. Now, I am a big fan of split nose design saddles, but I did find with some of the older previous designs that they were just a little bit too wide. So I used to attach a couple of cable ties around the nose or around the rails towards the nose of the saddle. And that way it would just pull in the nose just a fraction to make it a little bit more comfortable. Right, back to cleaning the bike. Yeah, it's a common theme here, but this time we're taking a look at the chain. Now, to get the chain thoroughly clean, I would always recommend using a tool like this one from Park Tool. But I understand you can't always travel with one of these, or you don't always have one of these to hand. So another good alternative is to use 2 toothbrushes, hopefully old ones that you're not planning to use again, and then use that good old electrical tape to tape them together so their bristles are facing each other. And then all you need to do now is apply a little bit of degreaser to your chain, use your new tool, and there we go, simple as that. Probably should have asked Heather if I could use these first. Okay, bar tape. It wears out over time, and if you're using anything other than black, it will likely look quite grubby eventually. But there is a good alternative, and no, it's not electrical tape, it is skateboard grip tape. Okay, hear me out on this one. This is focused more towards those that are riding on TT bikes where we're not putting quite so much weight through our hands and we're actually tucked into those aero bars. Particularly for race day, we're not going to be using those base bars or the ball horn quite so much. And actually, quite a lot of pros are opting for this now because it's slightly neater and actually slightly more aerodynamic. And personally, I think it looks really cool. It's a small saving, but it's something. Right then, it would appear that some people need a little bit of help when it comes to removing race numbers from the bike helmets and from their bike. I appreciate it's a cool bragging right, but honestly, several months after the event isn't the greatest look. So let me share a little bit of advice. Firstly, obviously you want to see if the number will quite easily peel off. Obviously that's your first port of call. But if it doesn't, you want to avoid using any solvents on your bike helmet or on your frame. So how about using some electrical tape? Yep, it's another use for that trusty old electrical tape. You can apply a few layers of electrical tape down onto the seat post, frame, or helmet first, then apply the sticker on top of the electrical tape. So all you have to do at the end of the race is peel the electrical tape off. Pretty smart, hey? You know all those old race t-shirts that you collect over the years? Well, here is a good use for them, and for some of the old rags that you collect in your house. You can use them as bike cleaning rags. Just simply rip them into pieces and then you can use them for cleaning your bike and your chain. But a cool hack you can do with them is for cleaning your cassette. If you'd like to quickly clean your cassette on the move without fully removing your cassette, then you can just apply a little bit of degreaser to the edge of your rag and then slot that between the sprockets of your cassette and then just slide it around as you move the cassette, and you'll have a nice clean cassette ready to go. Well, there are my 7 maintenance hacks, and I hope you liked them and all my uses for electrical tape. And to be honest, I'm only just scratching the surface with my uses for this. But do let me know if you have any other uses for electrical tape, any other maintenance hacks in the comments section below. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. And if you'd like to see more videos from GTN, just click on the globe and subscribe. And don't forget, you can get hold of some of our GTN kit by heading on over to the shop. And if you'd like to see our drivetrain maintenance video, just click up there. And if you'd like to see our Ask the Pros video, where we ask them whether their preference is traditional or modern designs with the bikes, then you can see that by clicking down there.